Alrighty, what's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Season 4, Episode 25, Hit the Books, the podcast all about sports betting, the best bets you should be taking, and everything surrounding sports. This week, we are finished up with the NFL season, as we know, but we got lots of news out of the NHL with the Four Nations Faceoff happening now, as well as lots of games in the college basketball world, NBA, All-Stars, things going on. I think that's about all we got today. But let's jump in and introduce my co-hosts here with me this week, Huff and Mackie. Huff, why don't you get us started here? What do you got for us here on this 2 weeks or week and a half past the Super Bowl?
Yeah, so like you said, NBA All-Star Weekend wrapping up. So excited to get in the second half of the season there. USA Canada, which we're going to get into on Thursday, and that gold medal, or I keep saying gold medal game, championship game, however you want to look at it, but the championship of that Four Nations tournament on Thursday, that's going to be absolutely must-see TV. So I'm excited for that. But and then college basketball as we kind of move towards March Madness, just a few weeks away. So that's always obviously very exciting.
Heck yeah, March Madness is quickly approaching here. Starting, I believe, on the 19th or something like that. But I'll check on that here. Mackie, get us going. What do you got for us?
Yeah, Four Nations has been living up to the expectations. I think we've had some really good hockey in that, like we presumed. But big one on Thursday, obviously Canada USA for championship games. That's must-watch TV over there. Other than that, college basketball, I think 26, 25 days till Selection Sunday. So obviously looking forward to that. Countdown's on. So got some conference tournaments before that. So that's
I was gonna
always
say we're
something to
like
look forward to.
2.5 weeks from conference tournaments.
Yeah, definitely. That's always great basketball as well. So looking forward to that. Other than that, NHL is obviously on a break right now. NBA All-Star Game was kind of a dud, but it is every year. Other than that, not much else going on.
Heck yeah. March Madness Selection Sunday there on Sunday, March 16th, Sunday at 6 p.m. there. So, yeah, we are just about 25 days away from that. Lots to look forward to for that, but make sure you stay tuned for all our picks each day on our Instagram and Twitter. We're hot in that. I don't know exactly what the record is, but I know it's doing well. All right, let's jump into some of this Four Nations stuff here, starting out with Canada defeating Finland on Monday in the Four Nations face-off. First game in Boston by a score of 5-3. McKinnon with 2 goals, McDavid with the 1, and Granlund with 2 goals. What are you guys thinking here as we get closer to this championship game, which we'll get into?
Yeah, it jumped out.
Mm,
Canada jumped out in this game. Looked like they were going to kill them 6-1, kind of like the U.S. did when they played Finland that first game. But it got interesting at the end. I didn't watch the first part of this game. I was able to catch the second part of the second period and all the third period. But when Finland scored those 2 goals in 20 some seconds, and it was 4-3 with like a minute and a half left, Canada, you could tell they were like, "Holy shit, are we about to blow this?" But um, wasn't a
well,
little bit too little, too late. But Canada was the better team. I'm glad we're getting to see USA Canada.
yeah, obviously I think everyone wanted USA Canada, but it was 4-2 in that game because it was 4-0 with like 3-4 minutes left. And then Finland scored, and then they scored like 2 minutes later to make it 4-2, and everyone was kind of like, "All right, well now they're just making it respectable." 25 seconds later, they potted another one to make it 4-3, and then
Granlund scored both goals in 25 seconds.
yeah, and they made it 4-3, and everyone was kind of like on their heels for a second, and then obviously Crosby, I think 30 seconds later, netted that empty netter to kind of put it away, but definitely made them sweat a little, but I think we got the result that we're all looking for here anyway.
Yeah.
Lots of good stuff there. Moving forward to our next game here. USA falling to Sweden 2-1 on Monday. Chris Kreider opening the scoring for the US for the game, but the US unable to convert after that first one. What do we think about this one?
They didn't look like they cared at all about that game last night.
I didn't watch it. I didn't care about it. I feel like they didn't really care about it. It meant nothing. Obviously, it's nice to get some momentum going into that championship game, but I mean, Otter wasn't that. We didn't even have Hellebuck. Both Kachucks didn't. Well, Brady played half the game, came out of the game. Matthew Kachuk didn't play. I think there is another guy
Which
that I'm
which
missing
I
too.
I mean, again, I like the decision, like, get ready for Thursday, but, I did watch part of that, and it wasn't you didn't miss much. 2-1 hockey game,
Yeah.
like,
I didn't think it was gonna be very very intense. They were playing for nothing, but obviously the big one's on Thursday.
yeah.
Kreider potting a goal though.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. Alrighty, moving forward to this championship game here, Canada and the United States will face off in the Four Nations Faceoff Championship on Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern. Game will be played in Boston, seeing both teams at -110. Team USA Demon Charlie McAvoy ruled out for the Four Nations Faceoff final with an upper body injury. The Bruins defenseman logged over 19 minutes per game during the Americans' win over Finland and Canada, but will not be dressing for the championship game in the Four Nations Faceoff. What do you guys think about this? Ace not here to be sad about his boy McAvoy not playing, but what do you guys think about U.S. Canada in the championship here on Thursday?
Yeah, it's gonna be really hard to beat them twice, I think. First
I think so
game,
too.
we looked good. I think we have more depth. Obviously, Canada has more firepower with probably the 3 best players in the world.
I think
And then
those guys,
then
if they really want to, like, they're gonna log crazy ice time in this game.
yeah, yeah, definitely. But then again, I mean, how much can they really do? I mean,
Mhm.
USA plays very locked down. I think they know what they have to do. They know they have to take care of those 3 guys, and that's not even including Crosby right there. Because you have McCarr, McKinnon, and
I was gonna
McDavid
say
right
McCarr
there.
didn't even play the last time they played the US.
Yeah, so they're gonna have their hands full for sure. I think Hellebuyck's gonna have to stand on his head like he's done the entire tournament. He's given up 2 goals in 2 games, so he's getting the job done up to this point. But beating this team twice is gonna be hard. It's gonna be a bloodbath for sure. I think it's gonna be a lot like the last game, maybe even open up with a fight. But these teams hate each other, and it's nice to see that competitive nature between USA and
Yeah,
Canada like, back again.
I'm so excited for this game on Thursday.
Yeah.
I do think it's gonna be very hard to beat them twice, though.
I think that they could definitely do it. I mean, the depth is there. This team top to bottom is definitely better than Canada. It's just stopping those top guys. McDavid scored early last game, and they shut them down the rest of the way. Never let McKinnon get going. Obviously, McCarr was injured, but you're gonna have to take care of him this
McDavid
game.
did the same thing against Finland yesterday.
Yeah, yeah. So you gotta kind of stifle their hot starts here. I mean, it's gonna be hard to come back from a 1-0 deficit again like they did last time.
I mean, it was clicking for him yesterday. Look who scored the goals. McKinnon had 2, McDavid had 1.
Yeah, all the stars, all the
Crosby, yeah,
firepower.
all the other top guys. Like, I mean, did McCarr play yesterday?
Yeah, he did.
Okay.
Yeah, he looked good too.
Quinn Hughes coming up for this game, though.
Huge. Yeah, let's talk about that a little. It's probably the second best
So
defenseman
I
in the
saw something
world.
else. I saw on Spit and Chicklets, they were like, "So can they just call up anybody they want?" Like, technically, I don't see why
I'm
not.
pretty sure Quinn Hughes was on the roster.
He
I'm
was, and
sure
I
they
believe
have
he
him
got hurt
started.
in the NHL.
Yeah, but they don't take him off the roster because I think he has to be on the
Right,
roster.
right, but he wasn't going to play because he was
Right,
actually
right,
hurt.
yeah. But you can't just be
Um,
like, "Oh, I want Trevor Zegras." Like, he's not on the roster. You can't
Yeah.
just bring him up.
Okay.
yeah.
I think. I could be wrong,
But
but
what if it came down to it?
Because
like
Four
if
I think
guys
it
get
was
hurt?
they had to,
I
like
think
if
it was
there's too many
I think it
injuries.
was Biz tweeted. Imagine if Canada just said, "Okay, we're bringing up Tom Wilson."
No, but what if could they do that?
I don't know.
A lot of people are talking about how Canada didn't take a lot of the right guys. Like
They
Scheifele's not on the roster. Like
Yeah,
there's
Ace
guys
said that.
out there that like they left off
Well,
for sure.
the John Cooper effect with Hagel, Sorelli.
Yeah, yeah. Which Hagel
That's why
deserves
those
to be
guys
on
are on
that
the team.
roster. Sorelli's definitely on the border over there, but I like Hagel. Obviously they have
Hagel's a good depth guy.
yeah, for sure. And he gets the crowd going. He got it going in that USA
Yeah,
Canada game too.
yeah. I'm excited for this game. I think that is big, bringing him up, but if they have McCarr, it's gonna be tough. I think it's gonna be a tight 1-goal game.
At least we both get our defenseman back. No
Yeah,
excuses.
yeah.
Alrighty, going to be a good one there on Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern, Canada and U.S. in the Four Nations Faceoff Championship. Let's jump forward here to the NBA here. A little news. LeBron James sits out the All-Star game, ending a 20-year streak of starts. The Lakers star said lingering foot and ankle discomfort hadn't healed to the point where he was comfortable playing in Sunday's event. What are your guys' thoughts on the NBA All-Star game, the format, etc. here as we hear LeBron bailing just hours before the event starts?
So I didn't
He
watch
doesn't
any
even
of
have
the
to
all.
go out there and do anything. He could just go out there and lollygag and shoot
Yeah,
around and
exactly. Yeah,
dude, I don't know. It's
that's what
just
the
like
All-Star game is at this point. Like, the play to 40, I don't, a lot of people are publicly ripping the All-Star game, and the NHL is obviously king right now with what they're doing with the Four Nations Faceoff. That looks to be absolutely genius. But the NBA All-Star game hasn't been anything for the past, what, 10 years, maybe even longer.
It was better before this. I mean, games to 40, these guys don't miss. It's the stupidest thing ever. I mean,
Yeah.
it
The
takes them 20,
I saw
15 shots to get to
I saw
40.
something, the coverage for this was like 3 hours long, and there was like 32 minutes of basketball played.
Yeah, no, it was like worse than that, honestly. I think it was like Kevin Hart talking for like triple the time that the game
Yeah.
was actually being
Dude,
played. Like,
the All-Star game's terrible.
yeah, they definitely need to figure something out with that. But like none of the players want to play competitive anyway. They're like, oh, I don't want to get injured. It's the new league NBA. Like they're all so soft. None of them want to do anything. It's like, come
I
on,
want to
man.
work.
They
It's
do it
one
the
game.
NFL.
They
I
act
get the
like- they
NFL.
act
It's a little
like-
more like a lot more injury related because you're hard hitting. But I mean, the NHL guys, they go out there and play. Like these guys aren't scared to get injured. It's like it's a game of hockey. It's what you play. It's what you get paid for.
Yeah.
Go out
Yeah,
there.
there's
And do
guys
what you-
fighting.
Go out
Like-
there and do it at the best of your ability. Like
Yeah, you're getting paid $40 million, and you have to play one extra game.
yeah,
Like, play the damn game.
it's just unbelievable. It's soft. These guys are so entitled, but it's the way it is. It's never going to change now. I mean, it's just how it goes now. But I don't even know what they would be able to do to fix it. You see, Giannis said that international USA game that'll get it going. I feel like because international basketball, if you could take like just an international pool instead of like country by country.
Yeah,
They-
because they
they-
can't compete country by country. It would
No,
have
of
to be
course
world
not,
versus
no.
USA. Like they
Exactly, but
they did that in the All-Star game before.
A world starting five is better than USA starting five at this moment for sure.
Yeah.
It's like not even close. I don't think. But
I,
that would
I,
be-
I think they're gonna try something because
That could be
this was
competitive.
terrible.
And I think that the players would want to, like obviously the international players want to prove something in the U.S. too. So I think that can get competitive, and they can actually see these guys going out there and trying.
Yeah,
It'd be nice to see for sure.
yeah, it's bad. Even the skills competition used to be exciting, and
That was so dumb how they tried fighting the rules, like how they were just throwing it through the
Wemby
thing.
was-
Wemby was
What-
just throwing
that's
the
who it was.
ball.
I couldn't
Yeah.
even think who it was. I was like,
That was all
what the
Chris
heck?
Paul.
Like no one wants to see that, even if it is like you're gonna, win, whatever. Like it's not fun. Like
And what
I
do
don't
you
know.
even
like,
win?
you-
Like,
yeah.
Okay, what do you win? What do they win? And is there even any
trophy, I think.
substantial money? Like
No.
no,
I
probably
bet, I
not.
bet it's like $100,000 if they win something,
Yeah.
maybe.
which is also definitely donated right away.
Right.
Yeah, for what those guys make.
Alrighty, let's jump into the college basketball world here. What's hot right now? Some big games on the slate for this Wednesday here, February 19th. Starting out, Arkansas heading to number 1 Auburn here. We have Auburn favored by 16.5, total 153.5. What do you guys think about this one here tomorrow at 9 p.m.?
I doubted this Auburn team on Saturday going into Alabama. I thought that was a tough spot for them. They come out and get a big win. Arkansas is another team that I root for with Calipari. They've had their struggles down there in the SEC. I think it's going to be tough for them to get a win in Auburn. Would you say 16.5 points?
Yeah, 16.5.
That's tough. I would lean on Auburn with the 16.5. They're the better team, top to bottom. I think they can handle business on their home floor.
Yeah, Auburn's my national champion pick. I don't think anyone's beating them. I think they proved that last week going into Alabama, who was the number 2 team in the country at the time, and just they never really gave that one up. It was never really that close. They had a lead the entire game. It started off, I think it was 8-0 to start the game, and I'm not even sure if it got in between or yeah, it definitely did. It got down to like 5 at one point, but
It got tight.
they really were never really in jeopardy in my
No.
opinion. I think that they controlled the entire aspect of the game. With this game, 16.5 is tough here. This Calipari team, they're pesky. They go back and forth a lot. You never really know what you're going to get out of them. So I'm probably not going to have a play on this one. But I mean, if Auburn plays their basketball, they're going to cover.
Yeah. Especially at home.
Alrighty. Make sure you stay tuned for our picks here on possibly that game as well as others here going into our next game here. Number 4, Alabama at number 15, Missouri. Missouri, the favorite here, 1.5 points for them. The total at 171.5. Missouri money line at -115. Alabama at -105. What do you guys think here? Missouri is home in this matchup. What do you guys got?
What do you like
Missouri's-
there, Mackie?
Missouri's pesky. They can shoot the ball when they're hot. They're hot. They're lights out from three. They have those big guys that can shoot too. So, I don't know. I'm just not high enough on Alabama. I know a lot of people
I
like them a
like
lot more than
Alabama.
me.
I was gonna say I probably would take Alabama here, but
They rely so much on their good shooting, and if they're just not hitting threes, then it's just not gonna happen because they don't play good enough perimeter defense.
yeah,
I mean, I guess their defense under the basket's pretty good. They have some big men down there that don't foul a lot, but, I mean, if that three ball is not going, then they're in trouble because, that defense just isn't top tier, and the SEC is such a hard conference. You have these teams coming in who can shoot the ball. It's gonna be tough, especially going on the road. I do lean on Missouri in this game, but, Alabama losing back-to-back doesn't seem very,
likely. That's what I
expected.
think too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Alrighty, head into our last game here for Wednesday, February 19th. Number 10, St. John's, uh, heading to DePaul. I'm unable to find any odds on this one. What do you guys think about this one?
What do
Huff,
you
I
think
wanna
the
know what
line is?
you think about St. John's because I mean, they're
They're
kinda like
good,
my home
dude.
team. I get a lot of fans around here that like St. John's. I root for St. John's whenever they're this good.
I like
But
Patino, so I've always rooted for Patino teams. So I definitely like the St. John's team. I think they could make it pretty far.
dude, the thing is, they, like, shoot like, if you looked at their shooting numbers and their offense, like, you'd be like, "This team is probably 500." Um, then they don't win any close games, so it's actually the complete opposite. They shoot, like, under 40% from 2, and they win these games. They have, like, 20 turnovers a game, and they win these games because their perimeter defense that defense is second behind Houston. They're right there top in the country. It's definitely their identity, but it's just they're swarming. They play New York City basketball. Tino's got them boys really locked in too. They're scared to not really scared to make mistakes, but they know what happens if they make a mistake. These guys turn the ball over or get turnovers like I've never seen before, even better than Houston. But um, I don't know. I like this team. I think they could be Elite 8, Final 4 run if they everything goes together and they're hitting shots at the end of the day. The one thing that scares me about this team is that they don't hit free throws. Their best free throw shooter shoots like 75%. Everyone's underneath that.
Yeah, it's gonna win and lose games
You go
in
down
March
to March
Madness.
Madness, it comes down to free throws, and if you're not they never hit 2 out of 2. It's always 1 out of 2, 0 out of 2. So that kind of scares me when it comes to March Madness. But other than that, this team doesn't have a lot of flaws, and they play really, really sound defense, and they're coached really well, so I think they can go far.
I think they can too. I saw something today that the people were comparing them to like other similar situation kind of Big East teams, and they had them basically as a Final Four Elite 8 team.
Yeah, they have well, the thing is they also have a guy in RJ Lewis who can get a
What seed are they gonna be?
they're looking at a 4 seed right now, which they're ranked
Yeah,
10th, so I feel like they can get
it should be
3,
like
but
3. Yeah,
I don't know. It's also gonna matter what they do in the Big East tournament. The Big East is kinda weak this year. It's weaker than it's been in the past. UConn
yeah.
obviously falling off. Creighton's right around that top 25, but they're not as good as they could be. It's really just them and Marquette, and Marquette's kinda fell off as well too. But, if they can go deep in that Big East tournament, maybe even win it, I think that they could definitely get a 3 seed, maybe even a 2 seed. It depends how they finish this season, but, they're coached really well. I don't see them dropping a lot more games this year. RJ Lewis, he's a bucket getter and broken plays. On a team like this, it's nice to have a player like RJ Lewis who can get a bucket off a broken play because, going the other way, they're probably gonna get a stop and then, maybe 2 for 1 or something there. So having a guy like him is huge. Kadari Richmond, also a huge asset. He's a mid-range merchant. He's really good at those mid-range shots. Yeah, they got it all falling for them right now. So I could see them definitely being an Elite 8 team.
Alrighty, lots of good stuff here out of the college basketball world as we quickly approach March Madness here. Again, Selection Sunday on March 16th, just under a month away. Little bit of news here in the MLB. The MLB has announced they'll be televising 2 MLB World Tour games between the Los Angeles Dodgers and the Chicago Cubs in the Tokyo series. Those appearing on March 18th and 19th. I believe it's those preseason games that count type thing.
Yeah, of course the Dodgers are going over to Tokyo.
Of course, right?
It only fits. They had to get that team to get a game in over there, but that'll be cool. It's good to grow the game, get it international.
I agree. I think those will be cool. I mean, I don't know. I guess I don't know what the baseball stadiums look like over there, but
Yeah,
definitely the
they're
following
definitely
and
like domes too. Like I could
right.
just see it like huge
Ridiculous.
domes. Yeah, yeah. Huff
Yeah.
Dodgers going over to Tokyo. What do you think about that?
Didn't they do that last year? Wasn't it Dodgers Padres last year?
Was that in Tokyo?
I can't remember where it was. There was like a world game. The games were on at like
I kind of
3
remember
a.m.
that.
Yeah, they'll be on at 6 a.m. in U.S. or 6 a.m. Eastern.
Look, I swear last year it was Dodgers Padres.
I'm looking it up.
I'm not sure, but I mean,
London,
I figured it
Mexico
was gonna be
City, Seoul, and Santo Domingo.
Seoul. That was it. It was in Korea.
Yeah. Now that you say that, I remember that.
Yeah, that one
Excuse me,
was
but yeah,
Dodgers and Padres.
Dodgers are
Astros.
just a team they send around.
Astros and Rockies was in Mexico City. Mets and Phillies in London. And
I remember
Dominican
that,
Republic was Red Sox and Rays.
Yeah, I'm excited for baseball.
Heck yeah.
The Hearts still have done nothing.
I know. I was thinking about it the other day, and I was like, I kind of miss betting on like Nerfies and
Day
like
baseball.
first fives, and just like, dude, it's actually fun to bet on baseball.
It's definitely the hardest to bet on, in my
It's
opinion.
the hardest, but I think it's like kind of the most entertaining.
Yeah.
Not in terms of like constant action, but like anything can happen at any time. You know, you can be
So
like,
my problem with baseball and betting in baseball is I just love unders and just hope nothing happens because it's so boring half the time anyway to watch.
I know.
So I just am like, there's no way they're gonna score 8 runs here. It'll be like the second inning 0-0. I'm like, there's no way this goes over 7.5. It'll be 1-0 in the 8th inning, and someone will put up fucking
Bullpen.
7 runs.
It's the best when two pitchers are dealing. They come out in like the 6th, 7th inning, and it's like home run after home run. You're like, what
Yeah.
the fuck, man?
That's like what you said. I like the first 5s because I'm betting on the good pitching.
Yeah, you're betting on the pitching. Exactly.
All right, we got one more point here out of the MLB. Alex Bregman agrees to terms to join the Boston Red Sox. Ace is not here to give his opinion on this, but do you guys think this is a good fit for the Red Sox?
He's third base, right, Mackie?
Yeah, I think he's DHing though.
Why wouldn't they put Devers at DH?
They said Devers said he doesn't want to, like, he won't take that role. He
He wants
DH.
to play the field.
He wants to play the field. Yeah.
I would
So,
too. I don't
I
know.
mean, at
Being
this
DH
point-
would be pretty sick. All you do is hit.
Yeah, it says Rafael Devers has no interest in ceding third base to the new Golden Glove Red Sox teammate Alex Bregman.
Yeah. See. So I mean, I
Damn.
don't know what you do there. Maybe move one of them to short, but who do they have a short?
Probably Bregman. Isn't Duran second?
I don't know, Boston like that.
Or is Duran in the outfield?
He
Just
said
put
my
the Red-
position.
Pull up the Red Sox like spring training lineup or projected lineup and see what it has them listed at. I bet it has Bregman listed at DH now.
It's their active roster.
I mean, Devers is
You
your
could-
guy, man. You can't.
Yeah, I was gonna say Devers is like their franchise guy. I like him. He's probably my favorite guy on the Red Sox.
Devers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like him too. He's just, he's in Boston.
They have them both listed as third base.
Who's their shortstop?
I don't know any of these guys. David Hamilton, CDN, Rafaela, and Trevor Story. Or who
Trevor
they have on
Story. I thought it was
First Story
Trevor
returned all
Story.
last year.
I didn't want to sound like a dickhead though. Yeah, I mean, you probably just
I
move
can
a
say
guy to
I've heard of this
short.
guy.
Yeah. Yeah, they'll figure it out.
Yeah. Interesting though.
You think they're a wild card in this team year, Matt? Or
I
this year?
think they've built their
This year?
roster to at least be a wild card team. Yeah, if they don't make the wild card, they definitely fell short because that roster.
Crochet, Chapman.
They made the moves. I mean,
Bregman.
what were they, 500 last year?
Yeah.
Yeah, they made the moves to make that jump to a wild card team for sure. I don't think they win the division. They could, don't get me wrong, but it's a tough division.
No, they will not win the division.
Alrighty, I think
they're
that's
not
all.
losing. I just don't see it. I don't know. I guess the Orioles. I think the Yankees and the Orioles are both better than the Red Sox. I guess the Red Sox did get pretty good, so we'll have to
They
see.
are better. They're definitely the third best team, but I mean, even the Blue Jays got.
They're gonna lose Vlad though.
Yeah.
They just said they couldn't come to agreement on his contract, so they think he's gonna get traded.
Where is he gonna go?
I don't know.
Dude, he's an
Probably-
expensive man, dude.
Probably fucking Yankees.
He's too expensive. I was looking at it because Mets were talking about getting him, and we did a side by side with Pete Alonso and Vlad, and it's really not that different. It's not.
Mhm.
I mean, Vlad's had some years where he batted
I would do
320, and
anything
that's
for
really the
the
difference,
Pirates
but
to get Vlad.
dude, he just
I would
costs
love
so
a guy like that.
much. He costs so much. He's double the price of Pete Alonso, and you're not getting much better than him.
Yeah. What's he want?
He'll sign 350.
Oh, yeah, Pirates would never do that.
I mean, you gotta think he would, right?
Yeah.
He's gotta want 350.
Yeah. I would love him.
He's young.
He
That's
would
the
do
thing. He's
so
20
good at PNC
26
Park.
years
It's such a
old.
small field too. Yeah, that'd be fun,
Yeah,
but
Pirates would never spend that money.
we have Spencer Horwitz, we're good.
And another 2 years of Paul Skeens.
Yeah. Maybe 1.
I don't know. We'll see. That'll be interesting, though, to see where he goes.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. Lots of good stuff to look forward to as the MLB spring training approaches. Let's jump over to the NFL here. The NFL's franchise tag window opened today, Tuesday, February 18th at 4 p.m. Eastern, making the first day clubs can use the tender. Do we see any big names getting franchise tagged this year? Obviously towards the end of this window. What are you guys thinking?
Somebody just got franchise tagged. Who was it? It wasn't
I
T.
don't know, I
Higgins,
saw the
right?
Steelers are gonna franchise tag Najee. I saw the Bengals are gonna franchise tag T. Higgins. Let me look these
Yeah,
up.
Bengals, T. Higgins. That's what it was. Yeah,
They did
Bengals.
do it?
I said that they were gonna do it. I saw the Bengals' big objective this offseason is to re-sign Jamar, T. Higgins, and then Trey Hendrickson as well.
Oh, I bet dude, if the Bengals didn't re-sign Jamar Chase, I bet Burrow would fucking freak out and request a trade.
Dude, I mean, he should be freaking out right now about them building that defense. They got to do something. I mean, he's
They said
wasting his.
Sam Darnold could get, I'm looking at a list right here. Sam Darnold for the Vikings, potential franchise tag. Chris Godwin for the Bucks.
Coming off an ACL injury.
Yeah, that's interesting. Well, I guess they don't want to pay him, so. Yeah.
Yeah, these guys hate to be
Um,
tagged.
I saw though if Najee Harris does leave, they said he's going to go to the Chargers.
Cowboys are looking at him.
I did see that as well. That's
I
been
would take him. Probably pretty cheap.
dude. He gets so much hate. He has 4. He's
You hated him for a year too.
well. I mean, it is. It's just frustrating because
He
our
had
offensive
that
line
one
sucks.
year where he was bad.
Yeah, but like he doesn't miss games. He's always like he's a healthy. It's so hard to not miss games at that position. He's had 4,000-yard rushing years. Like there's not many
So
running backs that come in
quietly,
and do that.
dude. So quietly, he's had 4,000-yard rushing seasons.
And
I
everyone's always
wouldn't.
preaching for Jalen Warren. I'm like, leave the big guy in there. I like I'm fine with the 4 yards and go
I would
down.
take him. Cowboys would take him in a heartbeat.
Oh
Well,
yeah,
I
he would
would.
he would be so good with the Cowboys.
Yeah, I would. We need to do something. I mean, that no
There's a
run game.
legit passing threat. He would be so good with the Cowboys. That's why he was good when we had Ben.
Yeah,
Like
And we
his
don't, like,
rookie year when we had Ben, he was good.
he's not someone to rely on, but he's definitely like reliable when you need him there.
He would be so good for like the Chiefs or like the
Yeah,
Bills, somewhere where he can just go in there and he's just another piece on an offense.
yeah. Not the face, but
Yeah, yeah. Like not even saying like he needs to be in a committee backfield. Like he can handle the carries. He's done 30 carries a game, but
he's a big
I don't
dude,
know. I
man.
could see him go to the Chargers and then them keep Dobbins and they go like Harris and Dobbins.
I don't know what the Chargers need to do. They need to do something though. I think their receivers are more of a problem than anything.
Yeah. But they had such a good running game last year. I could see them add to it.
Yeah.
They just need a legit receiver. T. Higgins would be great for the Chargers.
So is Najee definitely gone?
I've heard Steelers want to re-sign him. I've heard he's gone. Like it's just NFL offseason, just whatever. Depends on what day you look at the headline.
Interesting. Yeah, I would
But the
definitely
T.
take him
Higgins one,
Dallas.
they're acting like he's staying. So
Yeah, I've heard T's basically tagged.
Ace is gonna miss out on. He was very excited for the Patriots to sign him, but don't think it's happening.
The Patriots to sign everyone.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, I'll take him up in New England. Yeah, because you have a 4th string running back. No, not Mondre, actually. Mondre's pretty good, but everyone else is a
Receiver.
4th stringer.
Alrighty, I think
they don't have much going at receiver. Running
What did
backs,
he
about
say?
running
What
back
did he
and
say?
quarterbacks about all they got going for them.
What did he say the other day? He was like, "Oh, we'll take Myles Garrett up in New England." I'm like,
No,
"Yeah,
and then he goes, "I'd take Myles Garrett or TJ Watt." I said, "Where's it coming from?"
I was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure anyone in the league would take those guys, but like, yeah, give me Pat Mahomes while you're at it."
I guess they what's his name too on defense? It's good. Gonzalez.
Yeah, but that's
He was
it.
just hurt.
That's all they had.
That's really that's their
They
team.
had Matt Judon, obviously got rid of him.
Yeah. Well, he forced his way out.
I would force my way out too.
Smart man.
Yeah, smart man.
Alrighty, I think that's about just everything we got here this week. Pretty light week as we just got the Four Nations stuff going on. A lot of off-season happening.
Yeah,
A
no
lot of
NBA. College
all-star
basketball's obviously
breaks.
going, but no NBA. Back on that next week. We'll get our power rankings and that in the NHL, obviously, with like you said, the Four Nations and everything. But yeah, we'll get a college basketball stream out this weekend. Don't know what day. Stay tuned for that. Probably aiming for Saturday if we can do it. Better slate on Saturday. So stay tuned for that. But Jesse, go ahead if you want to wrap it up.
Alrighty, that's all we got, boys. Thanks for joining us here this week. Make sure to check out our Instagram, our Twitter for all our picks each week, our live streams, like Huff said, TikTok, YouTube, Rumble, etc. That's all we got this week. Thanks for joining us. See you guys next week.